are officially on the road to WrestleMania. But first, we have to make a quick detour in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for the 2026 Royal Rumble, where 30 men, 30 women look to outlast the competition, to punch their card for the right to headline the Showcase of Immortals, an event that can make or break your career, going from Saudi Arabia all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada for WrestleMania. Welcome to your new wrestling obsession. This is Off the Mat. I hope you guys are having a great week. Thank you so much for tuning in to our 2026 Royal Rumble prediction show. Dom, Sticks, I hope you boys are as fired up as I am, ready to talk about the Rumble, ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's get it on, because, you know, this is the first year where the Royal Rumble is, what is the Royal Rumble? Like, we're 3 days away and we don't even know what the Royal Rumble is. And this is the first year where we've got some sort of confirmation from Adam Pearce that all 30 spots in the Royal Rumble are already locked in for the men.
True.
We don't know what that case is for the women. We're going to talk about all that, so much more. Surprise returns, debuts, and so much more tonight. Dom, Sticks, how are you boys doing this evening? How are you feeling as we're staring down the barrel of the 2026 Royal Rumble?
Sticks.
I myself am very tired this week. Where I live, we've been getting a lot of snow, so I've been outside doing the old heave-ho with a shovel. And my old shoulder here is tired.
Sounds like it's time for you to move to Florida there, old man.
They should. No, it sounds like you should take it in the barn and put out of your misery, man. And like, you know, old Yeller, somebody, man. He's like, you sound like.
Yep. Right back behind the woodshed.
Now I understand it. We got the snow here too. Got busy working, but I'm excited for Saturday. I get to sit down and relax a little bit. And it's an early time slot, so it's like 2:00. So it's great. We're gonna be doing the live feed, right?
I guess we are. I didn't know we definitively thought we were or talked about it yet. But we might potentially be doing a watch along for the Royal Rumble.
Watch along because
potential.
A few people that are interested that we're going to be doing it. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it wasn't 100%, but hey, if we can, we can do it.
It's going to be a long day of podcasting for me and Sticks if we do that. But
no, that's right. Can you do it Saturday?
But I'm game. So.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Let's play it by ear. You know, hopefully we'll just be on the lookout for a possibility of a live stream of a watch along. So
yeah,
about that.
We'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens.
Like I said, you know, the stadium. I was watching just a video shot of the stadium that they built over there. They're still working on it. It's like it's still being worked on. It's and we're just 4 days away. Yeah. 3 days away.
2 days and some change, or 3 days and some change.
Yeah, so hopefully it's ready by then. But you know what? It's amazing. It's amazing that you could build an entire stadium within a month in other places, but here, you can't goddamn even do a damn road pothole. It takes you a freaking year to do a damn pothole in the freaking city. Go figure that one out. That's
the difference between a bureaucracy and a king or a prince that just says, do it. Get it done,
you know. But
yeah,
I'm excited because
the one thing I'll say is that area of the world is renowned or well known for building things at a quick pace, and nobody knows how they built it. So,
you know what? It is what it is. But I'll tell you this, man. I'm excited because a lot of possibilities for this Rumble. There's going to be, Triple H has mentioned, but there was also mentioning that there wasn't going to be any surprises. But now we're getting some word that there will be some surprises that pop up. So, who do they sneak in? Who's hooded in the arena that nobody knows of? That's showed up. That's there.
Yeah.
We could talk that possibility. Hopefully, like I said, we all know break the walls down. Friggin' Judas himself. Chris Jericho might be making his Royal Rumble
Maybe
debut, for WWE. So we'll keep an eye on that. But
there's only a few things that are certain for this Rumble. All 4 members of the Vision are in. Finn Balor is out. Cody Rhodes in. Roman Reigns in. Brock Lesnar in via Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar in. Friggin' who else is in? Roman Reigns, Trick Williams. Trick Williams.
Get it on the slide.
Hayes. They haven't mentioned a lot of these things. Probably Friday night, you're gonna probably get the official who else is in the damn Rumble, because we'll have I don't know, is it recorded or a live?
SmackDown's in Riyadh, right?
SmackDown is going to be live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
The 2:00 starting time, so we'll have an early SmackDown too. But there should be, like I said, I kind of, what bugs me, like they said that not signing anybody, that a signing freeze is happening, but then there's a lot of people that are going underneath the radar getting signed, which is kind of crazy, and they're releasing people that shouldn't be released. Tommaso Ciampa,
Well, Ciampa wasn't a release. His contract was up. He decided to leave the company. Which, breaking news, he debuted in AEW tonight on Dynamite. So Tommaso Ciampa is officially all elite.
Yep. So that's kind of crazy, but you know what? We wish him the best. Hopefully he does have a nice run in AEW. See what happens. It's a shame that we lost him from our roster, which I don't understand how he was such a great prospect in NXT. He had some great matches. He had some great stuff, and
tons of great stuff.
WWE waters down people. You're great in NXT, the black and gold label, everybody's great. They come to WWE, they come to the main roster. We don't know what to do with them. We don't know. Did we have a Creed brother surprise Monday night that they finally showed up in a fatal four-way for number 1 contender for the belt for the Usos? Yeah. We got to talk about that, because there's something with the Usos that doesn't make any sense, but we'll talk about that.
The fact that Big Jim's been missing for weeks, and
where was he?
Jey Uso just comes out there to yeet, and
so
paternity,
personal friggin' family things. Maybe hopefully everything's okay. But I have a feeling that the reign of the Usos will be very temporary, and I think someone else is going to take those belts, because I think they're going to do the whole thing where Jay finally turns heel and goes against Jimmy, and they're gonna have that rematch. Because I don't see this. Come on, you have the tag team. They're holding the tag team champions up freaking hostage. They haven't even freaking defended them. So I think
how many other belts do that, though? There's a lot of belts doing that, and not in just WWE.
I know, but it's still annoying that they have the belts. You come out and then you only have one member of the Usos come out to sit down at ringside to watch the. Come on, and look, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Jim, but if it is personal and this and that, take care of your family. That's more important. But I don't understand, the logic of a certain WWE aspects. Who knows?
Royal Rumble 2026. My winner: Liv Morgan, Gunther, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns.
Okay, nice. We're gonna talk about that, because I don't think Roman Reigns is winning the Rumble. You're not gonna give it to a part-timer anymore. That no more part-timers getting the Royal. I got my picks on who's gonna be the winners in the female, the women, and the male. So. But we'll talk about that. Let's go.
We're going to talk about all that and so much more when it pertains to the Rumble. But first, we have some pressing business to attend to, and that's to talk about and recap and find out who is the IWC off-the-mat champion coming out of Saturday night's main event. Sticks, let's recap Saturday night main event, shall we? Which was one of the surprisingly better Saturday night main events.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, despite the look of the card And we said this last week. The card did not look really great, but the
And
matches
they say,
were really great.
You get the extra match in there that they didn't say before, and all of a sudden you get the extra match that came later on the Friday night.
Yeah,
AJ Styles and freaking Nakamura.
Which I think when you look at it now, we've secretly been on the AJ Styles retirement tour for a few months now. We'll get into that more when we talk SmackDown, or I mean, about Royal Rumble. But let's go Saturday main event: Jacob Fatu versus Cody Rhodes.
So this one ended in a no contest with Drew McIntyre. Actually, the match never really gets underway.
It didn't even start. They figured
it didn't start. The bell doesn't ring. They get, I think, every referee they had in the back out there to try and stop them. Nobody could. You get the people, I don't know, they're going outside of their head, getting in between these two, getting tossed left and right. Getting
I don't know how many
garbage cans thrown at
security
him.
guards from, because he had security guards just falling down.
Listen, and another thing no one talks about. Jacob Fatu had no shirt on. First time not having no shirt on since the Independence when he was fighting in Independence. The first time in the WWE, no shirt on. You know.
Okay.
Ruining a perfectly good soda.
Yeah.
Freshly poured from the fountain. Just dumped all over Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, exactly. So they took the soda. But I'll tell you this, all kidding aside, I actually I like the match. I like the match. They were kicking the shit out of each other. That's what I like about it. You know, they were doing
it was a brawl, not a match.
It could have been a Falls Anywhere match if you really think about it, which it should have been, because that's the way it was going. But we were all for Jacob Fatu, but not realizing the wild card in the match itself.
Right.
Well, and when you really think about it, and I don't think we did this in the immediate time frame, but were we really going to see Cody Rhodes lose twice in a row? He was just pinned by Drew McIntyre, which what I'm reading was a very last minute decision to have McIntyre go over Cody Rhodes to lose that.
I think it was a call from the back.
That belt.
Yeah.
I think it was a call from the back.
We weren't going to see Cody Rhodes take 2 pinfalls in a row. We weren't going to see Jacob Fatu take a pinfall. So we all should have seen the no contest coming, but it is what it is. Hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah.
That's true. I mean,
but it was fun. It was a good way to kick off Saturday Night Main Event.
It was. I actually enjoyed it.
Exactly.
And you know what? It made McIntyre look strong at the end. Like, it gave him that little push. I know. We should on McIntyre. Give him his just desserts. He's champion for the time being.
Yeah.
But it gave him a little bit of an edge that he wound up taking out both of them. And
it showed a little bit of dominance on his part.
Considering he just
taking charge of, hey, you're not coming after me. I'm going to drop you here and I'm going to drop you there.
Exactly.
Considering he was bitch slapped on SmackDown by Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? Sami Zayn's going to get his, man, because Sami Zayn ain't winning. I can tell you that. But it was a good start for, actually, you know what I thought? That they were going to sneak another match in there, because this match was a no contest. Just throw another match in there. And just like,
but it went quite a while though. It still went 20 minutes.
It actually, it did, and
it went 20 minutes.
It was good. Like I said, and it still doesn't show Jacob Fatu what he's all about. Still, me personally, I think Jacob Fatu could destroy Cody Rhodes if you really put into perspective. That's why he's called the werewolf, man. He's freaking nuts. It's just.
It was a good fight.
Yeah,
it was a good fight.
No, good. As far as our picks went, the only person that said no contest, and this might be a spoiler to the end, but Pete was the only one who went in and said no contest on this match.
So. No, we should. We all. And the funny thing is, I know all of us had the same idea too. We just said, you know what, give it the freaking goddamn with Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. All right, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Rhea and Io retain the tag team championships.
You know, did you
In the
see
match.
Rhea Ripley, how she pinned Liv Morgan?
Oh yeah, Liv Morgan's she's pregnant now.
Oh, she is. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, I was like this. You know,
Where they registered.
it was just like, wow. Okay. But I tell you what, Roxanne Perez is a really good wrestler. She really has a lot of keen expertise in wrestling, the ring, the whole the ring and stuff like that. And she's getting better. And like I said, she's going to be a future mid-card champion. I don't know, a WWE champion down the road, maybe down the road, but she's definitely going to bring in. And like I said, I think Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez will be tag team champions down the road. If they keep them together, if they don't break up, the whole Judgment Day imploding eventually. But and I actually like them together as a tag team. They got some chemistry, and they look good.
Yeah.
It's
definitely with the way I think we all thought it would go. So it was a good match. I didn't have a problem with it.
So.
All right, AJ Styles versus the slow style of Shinsuke Nakamura. AJ Styles in a heated battle with his friend. We'll call him his friend. Really showed off what both of them can do. We haven't seen a lot from Shinsuke lately, but this was a good showing by him.
Really a good match, good solid match. It's a shame. It's a shame, that AJ is retiring. You would think that he would retire towards the end of the year. Give us some more. But I think the WWE is like, listen, we're not going to have this year-long thing. This is not John Cena, and we're just definitely going to just. But you know what? Quietly, he has actually gave his tour. All the wrestlers that he fought, throughout last year, he definitely gave his farewell tour to everybody he fought. He won the tag team championship. He became that. He got to do it. So basically, slowly but surely, without a lot of people realizing, he was going through doing his tour, which it's sad, And 10 years, Royal Rumble would be the 10-year anniversary, his debut, and the same way he came in, it'll be the same way he goes out in the Royal Rumble, man. My cap to AJ Styles for the dominance that he put out there for the 10 years for WWE and for TNA, for what he for the wrestling world. It was just all the wrestling promotions that he's done.
Yeah. Matt said it a little bit earlier, and then I'm going to kind of agree. We have been on, and without us knowing it, been on the retirement train with AJ since probably.
I told you that
just before SummerSlam. I would say just before SummerSlam, because he didn't announce his retirement or supposed retirement until September, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at it, he wrestled John Cena, won the tag team belts with Dragon Lee, Nakamura again. Now Punk on Monday, which was a great match.
It was a great match.
So we've been getting that just silent AJ Styles retirement tour where, he's just going to ride off in the sunset. And when he gave his promo on Monday, he specifically made the statement, my WWE career is ending.
Thank you. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So that's I mentioned it 2 weeks ago. I said that he'll retire, go to TNA, and retire from there.
He said he wants to be he wants to win another world championship.
He does.
Yeah.
So
doesn't mean WWE championship.
Correct.
So he retires from here, and he finishes his career off in TNA. That's what we've been saying.
Because he does, he doesn't say I want to win a WWE Universal Championship. He just says I want to win another heavyweight championship.
Yeah.
Could he go to AEW and we finally get that dream match with Kenny Omega? Maybe, but not likely. Why would WWE let AJ do that just to go to AEW? They have a working partnership with TNA. That TNA is the brand outside of New Japan that created AJ Styles. And why would AJ go wrestle for the rest of the year in Japan and try to wrestle that style? He doesn't want to put his body through anymore. That's why he wants to leave before he's 50. So, I mean, realistically, AJ looks like he could go another 5 years. Like
he could.
He's still in great shape, but he wants to end on the top of his career when he knows he could still do it, when there's still gas left in the tank, instead of going out there and embarrassing himself and not being able to do it anymore, which is completely understandable and completely respectable. But yeah, I think one last run in TNA, they tased it. There's a reason why on the debut episode of Impact, he had that stare down with Frankie Kazarian. And I'm all here for AJ Styles going back to TNA, and AJ Styles versus Mike Santana for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship would be a phenomenal match.
If he does go to TNA, how long do you think he would be there? It would give a 6 month?
I think
I think till the end of the year. So
end of the year, 6 months, and then you win the championship, have the championship for a little bit, and then go out and probably go out, wrestle, and lose it to like one of the top stars over there at TNA down the road, and going off into the sunset.
But great match. I felt like I took another 40 years off my life waiting for Shinsuke to get to the ring. But him and Penta both walk so slow to the ring. It's
like people getting beat up in the ring. People getting beat up in the ring. They take their time to go help.
He's too busy giving.
Giving knuckles to the kids.
Oh, he's still getting beat up.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be there eventually.
Yeah.
3 hours later. Hold on, I'm coming. I promise.
Yep.
Match is over there. He gets to the thing. What happened?
Yeah. Where'd everybody go? They all. Yeah. They're already got it. Okay. Yep. Good match here.
Apparently nobody won this match. Apparently nobody got picked in this match.
Oh shit! I didn't fill out the. We all had the same. We all had the same. We all had Sami Zayn.
We all been sixth again. I don't think Dom had Sami Zayn in this.
I think I had Randy Orton.
Yeah, Dom had Randy Orton. Dom's been arguing with me for weeks about Sami Zayn winning in this match.
Fucking ran Sami Zayn.
All right. Well, I think I still got it right. So, Randy Orton, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn did end up winning in the end.
You know what sucks? Sami Zayn couldn't freaking take out Trick Williams, pin him. No, he couldn't pin Randy Orton. No, he did a pin Damian Priest. Come on, man. Damian Priest is like the worst champion ever. He gets pinned. It's like
he was the logical one to take the pin though. They have a rocket ship strapped to Trick's back, so they don't want Trick to take the pinfall and look weak and lose this. They're trying to build up Randy Orton to be in the title picture, so they're not going to have Randy Orton lose this match. Damian Priest was the logical one. He's the only one that could take the pin, and it really doesn't affect him at all.
Yeah, no, it doesn't, but it sucks.
I'm double checking something here.
This dead air is great. It was a great match, real hard hitting match. Trick Williams looked great. The Canadian crowd was well behind Trick when he comes out. But what's up with these crowds lately coming out, getting all into the whoop that Trick or singing the songs and the entrances, and then they just die? There was times where this match fell absolutely dead. The same thing with the AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura. There was parts in the match where it just felt like the crowd, and it was an international crowd, be it, yes, it's Canada, but still even Canada crowds are usually hot. And same on Raw on Monday night. it was just dead crowds.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think they're, they hear how good the European crowds are, and I think they try to emulate it, but they just can't keep up with the way the European crowd holds their own when everybody comes out.
It's just like
they're so used to just kind of sitting there, clapping and whooping, and that's it. That's what they go back to doing.
you hear the holy shit chants and the crowd cheering, and you're like, this has got to be piped in, because I don't see anybody doing any of that. I don't see anybody cheering. I don't see anybody singing. I see them all sitting on their phones. Like nobody is chanting. Nobody's cheering. They're all just sitting there on their phones. It's like,
if I'm paying the ticket prices for this, like they were, I ain't gonna be on my phone.
it just,
You know what?
It floored me.
It's just, but the international crowds are definitely more like the Canadian crowds, international crowds, all this. They're definitely much more lively than the crowds here. I'll tell you that. But yeah, you know what it is? I think that we're expecting so much on everything, and I think us hearing the crowds on TV may sound like a weak crowd, but if you're there, you're probably hearing it more. I think sometimes the stadium might echo out a lot of the crowd, like noise and stuff like that. It sounds like it's not, the excitement's not there, but it's there. Look, let me tell you something. Regardless of the fact, good match, a bad match, we've seen everything, this and that. They still get the fan following and cheers, no matter what match it is. It's just, it's just the way things are, because I think we're hearing things to a point where it's like, oh, this crowd is not loud enough, or this crowd isn't loud enough. Look, the crowds will never be as loud as they were in the Attitude Era.
No, absolutely not.
The Attitude Era, The Rock, Stone Cold, it's just, there was something magical about the Attitude Era. Don't get me wrong, in the 80s, when you had Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, those crowds are very lively too. It's just the new wave thing where everything is, it's not, there's no like crowd buster where you figure the excitement, like the boom and everything, certain wrestlers, even the wrestlers that did get big, kind of look, CM Punk, when he came out, he had a good crowd, AJ Styles, the crowd, but it just doesn't sound like those big boombastic bomb crowds that we used to have, where it's like, oh my God, you can't hear anything. Stone Cold comes out. Like the biggest star in WWE is Rhea Ripley. When she comes out, when her song comes on, the crowd is crazy. But we expect a lot more this and that. But I think that's just the way things are, and I think a lot of the noise is taken out. But if we're there, it's lively. It's lively.
I don't think any crowd will ever be as lively in the Attitude Era. No crowd was ever as lively as we saw in Lyon, France with AJ Styles. We have never seen the crowd so loud that the camera was shaking, that the ring was shaking while AJ was standing there in the middle of it. Like, I don't think that'll ever be matched. No crowd will ever match that energy.
No. But I get to the final tally, suspects.
All right. So I went back and I looked at, because I did miss this slide somehow. Somehow I missed this slide. It's me. Who knows? With this bracket, it would make a 4-way tie, because we all would have had 40 points. Because only Pete had that extra.
Forget Pete.
He got
part-timer. He's a part-timer. Let's come on the damn show. And
he's a no-timer. What are you talking about, part-timer?
No time.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a long time, but he still gives us his picks. So it would actually make a 4-way tie for the belt. So that's where I'll adjust it for future.
That's lame, man. Renovision. Come on.
Well,
Congratulations to Mr. Rena himself
Yeah,
over at Renavision for being the current defending off the mat IWC champion. But that all changes this Saturday as we're on the road to WrestleMania and Riyadh, Saudi Arabia with the Royal Rumble. Boys, let's get into the meat and potatoes of our show, what the fans have come to hear. Let's get into our Royal Rumble predictions this Saturday, live 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific on ESPN in the States and Netflix internationally.
There you go. All right. First matchup on the old WWE website, AJ Styles versus Gunther. AJ's career on the line. How do we see this one, boys?
Listen, as of yesterday or today, Gunther just signed the trademark career killer. So AJ is a gone. It's a bye-bye.
That is supposedly been debunked as long according to WrestleVotes. WWE, the rumor going around that WWE has trademarked Judas and Gunther's new trademark. Those are debunked. Those are fake.
Fake, huh? Okay, yeah. But I still think that Gunther takes AJ out because he's got to meet up with the stare down with Brock Lesnar in the ring to take Brock Lesnar out this year too. So AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar to give him even more steam. So
go ahead, Sticks. What do you see?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, we know his AJ's contract is up in February, and all that. Seems early in the month to see him off, but it gives him time to enjoy a little bit of vacation before he goes over to TNA. So I have Gunther winning.
You know what? At least you give AJ Styles his Zoolander moment with that face, the soccer mom haircut. You know, the look, it looks like international male model extraordinaire with the filters and the thing, and you get Gunther looks like a prune.
Yeah.
Why? He looks like
Gunther
one of the
looks like he just
raisins, man.
Sniffed a bad fart.
Exactly.
So, Gunther. Unfortunately, AJ is done in WWE, and sorry to see him go, but Gunther's going to win this match to keep that career killer moniker going.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have AJ lose this match at this point, because WWE has all but effectively killed all heat Gunther has had from the John Cena incident. He retired John Cena. He had crazy heat on him after that. Now they've kind of turned that into go away heat, where he's done really nothing but come out there and parade his accomplishment of making John Cena tap out like a bitch. And then he had the match with AJ where he tapped out to AJ, which led us to where we are now. AJ winning this match makes no sense because WWE doesn't want to cool off Gunther unless they're going to pivot away from their initial plan of making Gunther this big bad beast of a person. Because Gunther, when you look at it, every other superstar in WWE, Triple H has inherited from the Vince McMahon era. Gunther is his first real attempt at creating a star. Hunter doesn't have that star that he's created. So Gunther is that first attempt, and he's going to push him to the moon, whether you like it or not. So having Gunther lose here hurts Gunther and effectively undoes everything that WWE was trying to do with him beating Goldberg and beating Cena. And it just doesn't make sense for AJ to win this match. So I think AJ is going to lose. He's going to retire. He's going to go do his run in TNA, be the TNA world champion again, and call his career a finish where he started in TNA. But because effectively, it'd be cheap and lazy to have AJ win by disqualification or have AJ win from shenanigans. Like, he's got to lose. I really think the only way out of this is if Adam Pearce does something like he did on Monday night with the Vision and Gunther cheats and AJ makes him tap again, and we have kind of a replay of something like that, to where Pearce comes out on Monday and reverses the decision and says, you know what? No, AJ's career is safe. Gunther tapped out. You know, this isn't how we're going to do this. That's the only way I see something like this working, because I think just Gunther losing straight up to AJ doesn't make any sense. AJ winning via DQ doesn't make any sense. So either AJ's losing or it's going to be some crazy shenanigans like that, where it
would have to be some kind of interference
gets overturned.
Yeah, an interference or a referee something. Because
I don't think there's going to be any interference. I think it's going to be a straight out match. He's going to lose. He's going to wind up tapping. But I actually think what's going to happen is, Matt, I think you're right in one perspective. I think that he is going to tap out, and ref's not going to see it. They're going to do that. They're going to play that again. If the ref didn't see it, and what's going to happen is that Adam Pearce might come out and go, no. He tapped. This match continues. If something like that, or disqualification, something that. But the way things are, I think AJ is done with WWE, and he's gonna just finish off his career in TNA. And
it's a fitting end. You have AJ end his career 10 years to the date from joining WWE at the same event he joined WWE in the Royal Rumble. It just sucks. It's in Saudi Arabia and it's not in the States, but where actual fans, not that the Saudis aren't fans, but you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to see really any international.
Who packed your bags to go there? Who's going to go to Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's not.
So
it's not like an event here in the States.
Yeah.
So they're already sold out. They already sold their tickets to the Saudis. They know what they're getting into. So it's not like a massive international mix of people going to be there, but it is what it is. But yeah, AJ, I think Gunther goes over AJ.
Yep. Do we have all the match cards? Did they give all the match cards for Royal Rumble that we're gonna have? Is there like not another one that's gonna happen? Maybe Friday night we'll get another match in the Royal Rumble on Friday night.
I mean, they might throw one in, but they've been going 4 to 5 matches.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, you got the women's Rumble match, the men's Rumble match. You have Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles versus Gunther. That's 4 already right there.
What about the tag team? You got the tag team championship?
I think that's going to be Monday on Raw.
That's Monday on Raw.
Monday on Raw? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past them to do something on SmackDown to say, oh, we're going to get one more match in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the Shinsuke slow style one last week, so
yeah,
why not do it again? And they've done it before. It's not something.
Yeah, what about a women's match? Any women's match they're gonna get like from?
Becky Lynch is in the Rumble, so that takes out the women's Intercontinental Champion. I think Giulia is in the remember, so that takes out the women's.
I think
United
I think
States
most of the women are going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah, I don't. So no women like Tiffany Stratton. No, I don't know why I said Tiffany Stratton. No,
Natty gonna fight Maxine.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
All right.
Nope. They'll be in the Rumble.
All right. Just what? It's just kind of weird, man. Just like this, the hype. I know, like a lot of the. Like we know what we know, and that's it.
It's like I said last week. It's like WWE is just taking the money, and they don't care. It doesn't feel like a Royal Rumble. It doesn't have the essence, the air, the mystique that the Royal Rumble usually carries with it. The Royal Rumble is by far, hands down, my favorite event of the year. I enjoy it more than
it begins the road to WrestleMania,
right? But I enjoy it more than WrestleMania. For me, it goes Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Money in the Bank. Those are my 3 favorite pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
I like the surprises. I like the potential eliminations. I like watching people like Kofi Kingston and Bianca Belair avoid being eliminated. I like those things. And that's why I like the Royal Rumble. And it just feels like there's not a whole lot of that coming this way in the Rumble this year, but maybe that's how WWE wants it. And WWE's got to do something. They are catching so much heat right now. Releasing season 2 of WWE Unreal is probably the dumbest thing they've ever done, because they are
I'm not even watching
so much heat.
I'm not even watching it
from WWE Unreal, because they had match plans for SummerSlam that would have saw Demon Finn Balor come back to take on Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. They had great plans that they didn't go with, that they washed. And you basically had Road Dogg, who is the head of creative on SmackDown, straight up tell Triple H, I don't know. Like, they pitched Chelsea Green beating Giulia for the United States Championship. And Hunter says, well, who would you have Chelsea face next? And Road Dogg says, I don't know. So you have the head of creative for SmackDown essentially sitting there with his thumb up his ass. And the whole fans have felt it, and they've said it for months, that SmackDown feels rinse and repeat, cookie cutter. It's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And WWE Real did itself no favors. 0 favors.
Yep.
Yes, we all know it's fake, but still was always a mystique behind it. Like I said before a few weeks ago, when I was a kid in high school or in junior high, I knew wrestling was fake, but me and my friends would always go in Tuesday morning. Oh man, did you see what happened on Raw on Monday night? Could you believe that Stone Cold did that? Can you believe that? Do you think Vince McMahon really died in that semi fire or the limo fire?
I can't believe that Vince McMahon, he was the guy behind the freaking Ministry of Darkness. It was me, Austin.
You went to like CNN or your local news the next day to see if Vince McMahon was really dead, to see if the news was talking about it. Like, you know, it had a mystique of it. You knew it was predetermined. You knew it was fake, but there was always
penny match.
That
you need that back.
And WWE Unreal, the WWE was always so protective of that mystique. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, let's just throw all, put out there how the cookies are made and the bread is made. Just throw it all out there.
Listen,
who cares?
Yeah. So what are our chances?
Give away grandma's recipe.
What is the chance of getting a bra and panty match with the Saudis?
Absolutely never. Absolutely never.
Yep,
with the Saudis? No, yeah, never.
You're going to get a burqa match.
Oh, Jesus.
A burqa.
But I called Sami Zayn in this match for weeks. Dom argued with me for weeks, but I think that one thing we agree on is that no, Sami Zayn is not winning this match. Drew McIntyre is going to retain in this match. Sami is going to start his redemption road next year, where he will win the Royal Rumble next year, and he will main event WrestleMania next year in Saudi Arabia, where he will finally get over that hump and win the WWE Championship. But it is not going to be this year against Drew McIntyre. Negative.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. I see McIntyre holding on. At least until WrestleMania. We talked about that too. We all did about that, but it makes more sense. At least have him hold it to WrestleMania. If he loses it, it's not that bad.
As fake as your girlfriend's tits, Zaggy.
Oh, damn, son.
Poor Zaggy.
So I look for him to win this, and I'm looking forward to what comes next. But we know that that freaking the Viper Randy Orton is going to be in the mix down the road, going for the championship down the road too. But Sami, next year you will get all your dreams next year, and you will. Imagine you get a double whammy. He wins the WWE Championship, right, and then turns heel. You get the
That's a year away.
I know, a year away. You could think of a storyline that actually could be kind of cool down the road. Yeah. But yeah, so
all right,
definitely McIntyre. McIntyre wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So going back to Saturday night's main event, Drew McIntyre again showed us, and he's been showing us the last couple spots, right? He's dedicated to keeping he's gonna keep this belt this night. Sami Zayn, it's gonna be a good night. fight, but McIntyre in the end is going to pick up the win. I don't see Sami Zayn taking it, despite his popularity in Saudi. We've already said it. You guys have said it. His time to shine will be next year when they have WrestleMania. So,
hang on, Sami Zayn fans, your time is coming. It just ain't. It ain't.
It ain't right
this
now.
Weekend.
Not this weekend.
The men's Royal Rumble match we have so far confirmed: Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Gunther. Well, Gunther's not going to be in the Royal Rumble anymore, I don't think. Brock Lesnar.
According to the WWE website, he was on the Royal Rumble list.
He's going to be. Yeah, he's going to be in the match.
You think
he's pulling double duty? Double duty.
Yeah. A lot of the guys pull double duty. He's going to have that stare down with Brock Lesnar in the ring that leads into the down the road. So
then we're going to have Brock Lesnar, Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, Javon Evans, Oba Femi, and 16 others. Who else do we see entering the Royal Rumble? What surprises?
Well, we're definitely going to have, Ethan Page is definitely going to be a part of this thing. And Ricky Saints, they're talking about being part of the roster as well, too, in the Royal Rumble. And as for surprises, there was a rumor that Karrion Kross might make a return. If it's possible,
it'd be a huge pop if he did.
I'm telling you, man, that'd be the biggest thing that they do. If they do that, that'd be awesome. Chris Jericho, comes out.
It's been a long time rumor.
I would love to see Chris Jericho show up Monday night after, the Monday night after, just come out. Actually, you know what? Don't even have him come out. Have him come out to WrestleMania. Have that. You give it more time. Have him come out WrestleMania. Make it much more of a spectacular thing where he comes out at one of the events in WrestleMania. He's coming. He's coming, but he's
you're gonna hold him for 3 more months, though, Dom. I mean, that's 3 more months down the line.
I know, but April. He does have a touring obligation with Fozzy.
Fozzy, yeah, Fozzy.
Yeah, so
Waka Waka.
So he's going to be doing a long tour. So after the tour comes back, maybe, but most likely he's in Saudi Arabia. Most likely he will be showing up for the Royal Rumble because you're going to have that pop, but then you won't see him after that because he starts his tour after this. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you make him wait, if you have him wait, have that spot for somebody else that actually deserves to go in, like a Finn Balor that couldn't get in. But now we're going to talk about Finn Balor is going to wind up having that's another match. There you go. Championship match, Royal Rumble. Freaking the best in the world. CM Punk versus freaking Balor.
Finn Balor?
Yeah. That's got to be a match they're going to make. You attacked him at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only way you're going to get a championship match that Punk is going to, I want him. Because remember, you own the championship. You could pick who you want as your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to probably have that. So that's going to probably be a match. That's
and Baylor didn't say he was going to be in the Rumble.
He can't be in the Rumble.
He tried to get in the Rumble, and Adam Pearce told him, sorry, it's all full. He said, negative Ghost Rider, the landing pad is full.
Yep.
Okay, then you might be right. That might be the added in match that we get. Yeah, I'll second you on that one. Yeah.
I kind of feel like that would have been announced already, because it happened on Raw. I don't know why they would announce that on SmackDown when they're both Raw superstars. But
maybe we'll get the Royal Rumble when it comes out because we just got word that there's going to be a championship match at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it could potentially happen.
Yeah, but we'll see. But
just a caveat to that, though, according to Fightful Select, Chris Jericho still remains listed on the AEW official roster page, which is typically updated quickly when a talent departs the company. There was also a false rumor. So it was Fightful is also reporting it. Fightful Select so there's a false rumor circulating about WWE trademarking Judas, but that claim was inaccurate. So who knows about Chris Jericho? Another one we have is LA Knight. According to Fightful Select, as of earlier this month, the Knight was scheduled to travel to Saudi Arabia, and there have been signs and preparation suggesting he will be in attendance. So LA Knight is most likely going to be in the Rumble. The inspiration from, or the Iconics, if you will, departed TNA. They are not currently planned for the 2026 Royal Rumble, despite interest from the promotion outside of TNA. But they could very well show up in the Royal Rumble. So that means that they're free agents and they could potentially show up there. Powerhouse Hobbs has officially signed with WWE and would be surprised if he isn't brought over in some capacity. That said, he was not on the main charter flight with the rest of the talent because the main charter flight took off and left for Saudi Arabia Monday night after Raw. Tiffany Stratton, WrestleVotes Radio, previously reported that Stratton was listed internally among the talent expected to travel to Saudi Arabia, though that information dates back several weeks. The other big rumor that's been talked about is Saraya, a.k.a. formerly known as Paige, has been scheduled for a convention up until last week, but the event was postponed due to a venue double booking, not because she canceled the appearance to be at the Rumble. Her availability is at least leaves the door open for her to appear at the Rumble, although she was still in the United States as today.
Well, no surprise, Bianca Belair makes her finally comes back. Yep. That's another big, for the women's thing. Look, and the reason why I say Karrion Kross, a lot of his promotions were canceled. That he was going to do a lot of things, and he canceled a lot of his promotions. So basically, when someone gets re-signed, and they do it, they cancel all the bookings that they had. So that was one of the things that that was intriguing, that he canceled a lot of his bookings, this and that. So there could be that he could be re-signed with the WWE. Hopefully, I'll keep my fingers crossed on that. We'll see. Maybe he shows up like you could have somebody show up Monday night. Who knows? You can. It doesn't have to be the Royal Rumble to come back in the Royal Rumble. But we all know that all four members of the Vision are in it. You're going to have El Grande.
And there's some stipulation there. I'm expecting Braun Breaker to enter number 1. There's some stipulation there that Adam Pearce has up his sleeve. I think Braun Breaker, especially after Logan Paul stood up after all that and said, listen, we got to make sure that one of us wins the Royal Rumble, and I voted to be Braun Breaker. In the whole phone call thing, like, who's Adam Pearce getting calls from that's higher up than Triple H? It's got to obviously be The Rock, right?
You sure, The Rock, or are you sure it's not Seth Rollins?
No. Why would Seth Rollins?
Seth Rollins can't call shots like that.
I know, calling shots, but it's still The Rock. Yeah, it could be The Rock, but it could be somebody else too. But
why would Seth do it anyways? Because the guys went against him. Why would he say, nope, put him back in? Unless he's looking for a shot at him. But
unless this is going to happen, Adam Pearce is going to wind up doing something. You're right, doing something to because he was too eager and happy to give them all passes to the Rumble.
Everything they wanted.
It was kind of a sarcasm.
He gave them everything they wanted. He reinstated Braun Breaker. Yeah. He had them all entered into the. He
gave Austin Theory the fight against. Look, Rey Mysterio's not going to be in now because he's injured. So you might not have Rey Mysterio in there. So that opens the spot.
Well, no, Rey Mysterio. I don't think he was in there anyway. There was a picture of him, Dragon Lee, and Penta on the charter flight. So Rey Mysterio is there. He is not injured.
Oh, he can go, but I don't think he'll be in a match.
Because you see Monday night when they were going to pick him up, they said they would pick up Penta because Logan Paul was going to pick him up, but then they didn't, and they picked up Penta instead.
Yeah, apparently his injury is not that serious, and he was pictured on the charter flight sitting right next to Dragon Lee and Penta.
Okay.
They're all without masks doing this over their face. So,
well, I am going to give you my prediction on who's winning.
Oh, hold on just a second, Dom. Kevin Owens was another name that's floating around, but he, as of last weekend, was not medically cleared to return to the ring. Seth Rollins, even though ESPN did their best job they could to ruin the Royal Rumble and ruin Seth Rollins' return, Rollins has stated that he will not be at the Royal Rumble, and most within WWE reportedly do not expect him to be physically or medically cleared in time for the Rumble. Zoe Stark is still recovering from her ACL injury, and Michin, after dealing with an injury, Michin did not travel to Saudi Arabia and was not on the charter flight.
Okay.
Another one who is not going to be in the Royal Rumble is Grayson Waller, nor are the Street Profits, as they are scheduled for NXT live events, probably to fill in slots for some of the NXT talent that will be heading to Saudi Arabia.
Yep. Okay. Interesting. So that means there's some spots that are open that, we're assuming, the couple of NXT talent that's going to be in it. Maybe, maybe you'll get a TNA. You possibly get a TNA talent. Would they allow a TNA talent in Royal Rumble?
I think you're going to see. I think you'll see the Hardys. I would not be surprised if we see Matt and Jeff Hardy in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
or at least Jeff Hardy. For some reason, WWE has always been higher on Jeff Hardy than they are Matt, and so I would not be surprised if we didn't get a Jeff Hardy appearance in the Royal Rumble.
And you got Chad Gable,
Leon Slater. I think Leon Slater as well.
Yeah, Leon Slater. Also, you got Chad Gable coming back from injury. He any day now. They're showing him working out. He's coming back.
I think he comes back. I think he'll be a surprise entrance. Yep, for sure.
Yep. Who else? I don't think old time. I don't think The Rock is going to be in this. I don't think The Rock is going to have an entry.
No, if he shows up, it'll be a stare down thing at the end with either Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes. He's not going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah. He's not going to take a spot from somebody. Who else? So I don't know. That's, I guess, about it. So what is your prediction? Who do you think is going to take it from the males?
You want to go first, Matt?
Go ahead, Sticks.
You go first, Sticks.
Yeah, I'll go first. That's fine. Not knowing everyone in there, but I think I kind of like that setup from that we get from the Vision. I have a high probability of Braun Breaker actually winning the Rumble based on that whole thing. I think that's as long as they're all on the same page, it's going to go there. It's going to go one of their ways. Doesn't matter if Breaker or not. One of them, I think, will end up, if they keep it the way they have it planned, Breaker's when taking the Rumble. So my pick will be Braun Breaker to win the Rumble. I also will say that I think Logan Paul will will be in there the longest. There's always someone who's been there in the Rumble the longest. I think Logan Paul is going to be the one that's in there the longest. So,
do you think there's a possibility that Adam Pearce has all four members of the Vision start 1 through 4?
Oh, I hope not.
Oh,
I really do. I hope they're staggered.
There's going to be some situation where one of them has to start 1. I think if Braun Breaker starts number 1, then they're going to give him the world. They're going to make him one of the few that have gone from 1 to win
30. Yeah.
He's
number
going
30
to be
to
longest.
winning,
He's going to 1 to 30 and end up winning.
Yeah.
I think WWE is going to use a lot of this match, a lot of potential here to use for storylines for the remainder of the year.
Yep.
I'm gonna go LA Knight. I'm gonna take LA Knight to win. I think.
Wow.
My gut says Braun Breaker. My head says Braun Breaker, but And a lot of the rumors going around the dirt sheets in the trades is that it's going to be Roman Reigns. But I don't want to see Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble again.
Nope.
I think after WWE Unreal and all the shit they're getting right now and the shit they're getting for LA Knight getting chewed out after the Seth Rollins shit at Saturday Night Main Event, I'm going to go with LA Knight. I think that we've heard the stories and the talk that WWE has big plans for LA Knight. They're going to push him to the moon. Could LA Knight be the one that comes back and helps eliminate every one of the Vision members? Could it be LA Knight who comes back to get his revenge on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed and eliminates them both from the Rumble in the Final Four? Who knows? But I'm going to take LA Knight to win.
Okay.
You know what's funny, Matt? I was thinking the same thing. You know, I was saying Braun Breaker because the way Braun Breaker got handed to him by CM Punk, you know, it made him look less than what he was going into that match against CM Punk and losing the way he did. You know, and I was saying to myself after watching the Unreal with LA Knight, you know, that how disappointed he was the way that Triple H was making it sound so spectacular. He's like, yeah, you know, he has to deal with that. So you know what? I'm going to go with you, Matt. LA Knight. But Braun Breaker will be in there. One of the longest. It's going to be LA Knight, Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns.
I think that's debatable because from what we've seen lately in the big matches, not LA Knight. What we've seen lately from Braun Breaker is he can't help but dump himself on his own head or dump other people on their head. So I think until Braun Breaker can have a clean, big time match without potentially almost hurting or killing himself or someone else, he should not win the Royal Rumble. He should not be the champion. He should not be in the main event picture until he's more technically sound and not dumping himself on his head or somebody else on their head.
No, but you're right, Matt. LA Knight. LA Knight is a choice. You know, like I said, I had Braun Breaker the entire time, you know, and up until the point where, like I said, watching Unreal, I'm going to take LA Knight. You know, but I'm going to say, but Braun Breaker will be one of the last four men in the match. Of the four men that are going to be in there. So, give or take, that's going to be. So, I see that happening. He's going to, and LA Knight takes it.
I think you're going to have some potential surprises. I think Jericho is a great one. I kind of am expecting that they might fly Jericho in on his own private flight so he's not on the charter to kind of throw people off because news media doesn't get out as quick in Saudi Arabia. So if he's there and people know it, they're not going
I think Jericho has his own plane anyway. I think Jericho has his own plane.
So Jericho potentially could go over there. Brock is going over there, as we learned out of the Pat McAfee show, and he wasn't on the charter, so he's probably got his own flight over there. Leon Slater, I think, is another one that WWE is real high up on in TNA, and I could definitely see him in that match with Javon Evans.
Yep.
Who else do I want to say? Maybe Shane McMahon. Could we see Shane O'Mac return for the Royal Rumble as kind of a one-off deal? I don't think we'll be seeing Kevin Owens.
No.
I'm trying to think of who else.
Well, the injury.
Jeff Hardy.
You know, who was slated to come back? Well, I don't think Kevin Owens is going to make it because the fusion he had done to his neck was one of those things where it takes about a year to really heal.
Yeah.
I don't see him coming back until like maybe 2027. You know, if he does come back next Rumble, next year might be a better thing for Kevin Owens. You know, who's been out on injury that should be making his return? I know, like Chad Gable. I know Chad Gable is definitely coming back.
Gable.
You know, JD McDonough might not come back. His hand, I don't know, maybe he could, because we haven't heard any updates how long he's going to be out. You know, we don't know. if he's going to be out longer than maybe come back for WrestleMania. But
let's talk like
Dominic Mysterio.
People...
Dominic Mysterio will probably be in the Rumble.
Yeah, Dominic Mysterio will definitely be there.
I'm going to ask about a couple, and you tell me if you think they'll show up or won't show up. We've seen some action this year with Jelly Roll. Would Jelly Roll show up?
No, I don't think we're going to have any.
Speed?
Yeah, I Show Speed.
No.
He's been training.
If it was in the States, I'd say yes. But since it's in Saudi Arabia, I don't.
But he's been doing the commercials with.
Yeah, I know. I mean, after he got just speared out of his Nikes last year, do we really want to see him in there again?
I want to see him get speared again like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
who else you got? 6.
I think that's really only what other celebrities have we had this year? That was it, right? And then, WrestleMania 42, we had the Kels brothers. They showed up in Philadelphia. Or 40. I'm sorry. And they're both retired now. They're both retired out of the NFL.
Has Travis Kelce actually retired from the NFL yet?
He says he was retiring.
The hell with those guys. Forget those guys. Forget those guys. I don't want to see him anywhere near WWE. The hell with those guys. Two dumbasses.
Okay. Well,
you're just saying that because you're a Cowboys fan.
No.
Yeah, he's biased.
I can see Grunk. If Grunk is going to show up, because he's supposed to do wrestling at one time. You know?
Nah, he ain't going to wrestle.
He's got a good gig over there doing that. He ain't going to screw that up.
Yeah.
Doing that commentary or whatever it is he does over there. He just sits there and looks pretty.
You know what? There might be somebody that might put on the wrestling magic cap. You know, who knows? But like I said, most of the people will be the NXT guys that are coming in there, which is going to be Oba Femi is going to probably get a good pop. He'll probably get a stare down with Bronson Reed. You know, because I think Oba Femi is showing up on Raw. That's going to be Raw is going to be his new home. So he's going to probably have problems with the division too. So you get away from the championship for a little bit until Seth Rollins comes back. Listen, you gotta make the division have some kind of a competition until Seth Rollins comes back. When he comes back, that's when the real fun is going to begin. Well, against division. So, and Austin Theory being the inside man for Seth Rollins, you know, it's gonna made the division implode from the inside. So.
Apparently, Powerhouse Hobbs is going to debut in WWE not as Powerhouse Hobbs, but as the new name Royce Keys.
Royce Keys. Well, he's going to be in SmackDown. He's going to SmackDown, so that should be interesting. And then, like I said, Oba Femi goes to Raw. Hey, there's some other rumors that happened that the Zilla Fatu got invited to TNA and NXT.
He was on a podcast where he was talking about that. He made a comment that he was going to pop up in NXT to get his receipts on Ricky Saints, but he could also pop up and beat his ass at a McDonald's or a Burger King or anywhere like that. So there's a lot of people speculating that potentially Zilla Fatu might show up in the Royal Rumble, which would be crazy.
It would be crazy.
I don't necessarily think that's going to be the case, though, because he does. I don't know if he has travel restrictions. I believe he's off of probation or parole, but I don't know if he's got travel restrictions. But WWE has always been able to find ways around travel restrictions, kind of like they did with Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu, they made him real against freaking Cody Rhodes. Yeah, I was locked up. I served 16. It's just, but it seems like all the Usos have freaking travel restrictions. Freaking the Usos, freaking goddamn Fatu, freaking Solo. Everybody's got an issue with freaking traveling.
Yeah,
damn,
there's Samoans
and all the crazy shit going on.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently.
All right, so we took our picks for the men's Royal Rumble.
That leaves
Wait,
us only with one left.
Oh yeah, Sticks. You think Braun Breaker, right?
I got Braun Breaker.
All right.
Now here you are, the women's Royal Rumble match. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Bayley, Lyra Valkyra, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Jordan Grace, Becky Lynch, Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia
What
Jax,
is Raquel?
Legend, Giulia, and Maxine Dupree, plus 13 other entrants.
Let me ask you a question. So Raquel Rodriguez, isn't she fighting Stephanie Fakir? Is that going to be another match?
It's a street fight. It's a Philadelphia street fight on Monday Night Raw.
On Monday Night Raw. Okay. So they both could be it. Okay. Because I got my winner of the Royal Rumble. And I said it last week. And I think Matt knows who I'm talking about. You know, I said it last week that I'm just dropping it right there. Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's winning the Royal Rumble.
I think.
I was going to don't leave this week's watchers in suspense.
No, I'm saying she wins with Bianca Belair is gonna be in it, but she's winning Elimination Chamber. She ain't gonna win the thing. So Liv Morgan.
I mean, I could see it going both ways. I could see Bianca Belair win the Royal Rumble and Liv Morgan win.
Who won last year? Charlotte Flair, right?
Yes, Charlotte Flair.
Okay, I was thinking. And Charlotte Flair is SmackDown.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Liv Morgan, Raw, because you don't have somebody from SmackDown. Isn't Bianca Belair Raw too?
Oh, Bianca Belair is SmackDown.
SmackDown. So yeah, so that's why she's Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's gonna win, and that's gonna cause problems with the Judgment Day because she's gonna toss out freaking goddamn Raquel Rodriguez. You know, is gonna be one of the things tossed out, and what's gonna happen is that I think Raquel's going to throw out Roxanne Perez. Liv is going to throw out going to have the problem when they get pissed off, and she's going to end up winning. And that's going to cause because Stephanie Fakir is going to be fighting. So Raquel's going to fight Stephanie Fakir, and then Liv wins, and Liv's going to tell her, "Listen, whoever wins the belt, I'm coming for that belt." So regardless of the fact, if you win, I'm taking it. You may be my sister, but I'm not holding back. So Liv Morgan is my pick.
Yeah, I'm right there with you with Liv Morgan. I could see a perfect world where Bianca Belair wins the Rumble and Liv Morgan wins Elimination Chamber, or vice versa. I really think WWE is working towards Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill and Liv Morgan against Stephanie Fakir at WrestleMania. So I definitely think it's going to be Liv Morgan as well. She's kind of the odds-on favorite, kind of everywhere you look and whoever you talk to, that Liv Morgan is going to be it. But I think, I'm going to go with Liv Morgan. What about you, Sticks?
I don't know. This one's a kind of harder of a one for me to call. I like the idea of Liv Morgan winning. I think if I'm going to go with someone, I'm going to go with Becky Lynch this year. I think they're still trying to push her.
I don't know, Sticks, because she's gonna have to fight with AJ Lee. I think AJ Lee is gonna eliminate.
That's not gonna be for the belt.
What?
That's just gonna be.
Is that Liv Morgan in the corner right there, on the right hand side?
Yes, it is.
She looks. Why does she look a little like?
I don't know if it's Liv or Giulia.
Wait.
Yeah.
So you have Liv and Rhea.
Yeah.
Raquel and
Roxanne,
Io and Becky, Charlotte and Asuka, Nia Jax, and
I'm looking at Nia Jax. And wait, I'm looking at Nia Jax.
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
That's Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, it's Alexa Bliss.
Right. Yeah.
So who do you think?
I did think they're going to try and push Becky one last time here for the year. I don't hate the idea of Liv Morgan winning, but I think it's going to be somebody else.
Why?
I said I don't hate the idea.
Oh, you said you hate it. I'm like, why? What did she do to you?
No, I said I don't hate it. No, I don't hate the idea of her winning. I just don't think it's going to be her.
We will get Soruka and Low Vice.
Yeah.
And JC Jane.
Yeah, JC Jane will probably show up. If you get a couple of surprise ones,
I still think
maybe the other Bella twin will show up.
I still think Blake Monroe's showing up. I still think she's going to show up.
Blake Monroe, yeah, sure.
You know.
Yeah, I think your surprise entrances in this one will be AJ Lee, Blake Monroe, possibly. Brie Bella is a solid choice.
Yep.
Paige would be a solid choice as
Nikki
well.
Bella.
Nikki Bella is going to be in it already. She's already on her way to Saudi Arabia. That's already been kind of teased.
Okay.
I think you're going to see a lot of NXT talent in this since there are so many women injured. I think you'll see Sol Ruka. I wouldn't be surprised if you see JC Jane. I wouldn't be surprised to see Blake Monroe. I'm sticking with Liv Morgan though.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to see very many surprise entrances as much as you are returns.
Yes. I think Bianca Belair is going to be the biggest return because she's been out for quite a while. You know, go figure.
Yeah.
The finger thing took longer than people's shoulders, which, you know, that's kind of a crazy friggin' thing that a finger held her back that long.
Remember, they said they had to. They were letting it heal, and it wasn't healing, so they had to break it again and reset it again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think you could see the return of Tiffany Stratton. You're going to see the return of Bianca Belair.
You don't see Big Jim's wife?
She's still pregnant.
I know she's still pregnant. She didn't give birth yet?
No.
I thought she gave birth.
I thought she gave birth already.
I don't think she did she? Because it was after SummerSlam. It was after SummerSlam that she announced that she was pregnant.
Oh.
Wasn't it?
I don't know. I think she WrestleMania. I think she was WrestleMania. When she won the belt. When she
I guess that would be kind of early.
She cashed in the Money in the Bank.
Maybe not. I thought maybe that was why.
Oh yeah, he did.
Well, maybe that's why.
Yeah. Wrestle Naomi recently had her baby boy with husband Jimmy Uso, announcing the birth in late November after experiencing some pregnancy complications that led to them to cancel their gender reveal, but confirming both sides she had the baby the baby were stable. So yeah, she had a baby boy, but so that's November. So there's no way she's coming back for.
Yeah.
That might be why Jim's out. So.
She gets in phenomenal shape.
She'll have a lot of. She take her a little bit after having a baby.
The Usos. The Usos are in the Royal Rumble.
What? I'm sure Jey Uso will be. Yes.
But Jimmy's not.
Mm-hmm.
So
as of right now, no. I don't think they announced that they were going to be in the Rumble. I don't even think Jay announced that he was going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah.
But he might be.
I'm trying to see when this was posted. It's not showing me when this was posted.
I mean, irregardless, a lot of these, even the tag team guys are going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if the Creed brothers, or at least one of the Creed brothers, might show up. Where we haven't seen.
I don't know.
Viking Warriors. I don't know if we get either of them to show up. Obviously, we've already talked about Street Profits going to NXT to cover that slack. So
I don't know if this is right if she gave birth or not. Because I'm seeing things that said that back in November she posted something on Instagram that said she's only 5 months pregnant. So I don't know if she really did have her baby yet, or not.
I don't know. So we'll see what happens. Naomi might show up. I don't know.
No. So, okay. So this other response said that they have not yet announced his birth as of late January 2026. Following a November 2025 update revealing that some complications, she stated she was 5 months pregnant. So she has not had the baby yet.
Okay.
Yeah, unless it was a preemie, it's a little early yet. So, oh, good. Hopefully things are good with him.
Yeah, hopefully whatever the health complications are, they weren't serious.
Yep.
Everything's good with her and the baby. But
Yep.
I mean, we saw Alexa Bliss take a year to come back after giving birth. We saw, Becky Lynch take almost a year or over a year to come back after giving birth. So, they're going to take time off. I don't think Naomi's going to be in any rush to come back.
Nope.
If she comes back at all. But I like I said, I don't think we're going to see as many surprise entrances as we are returns. And if we get surprise entrances, it's probably going to be NXT entrances. But I don't know how many
it's going to be within
TNA
the company
entrances we'll see. Yeah, but I think we'll see like Tiffany Stratton return. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Brie Bella. We're going to see Bianca Belair return. So, but I'm still sticking with good old Liv Morgan. It's her time to finally win the Royal Rumble.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Then, of course, next. Well, what's our schedule next week? Are we doing Wednesday or Thursday? Dom, are you working Thursday?
Next week I'm not. I'm working. I'm doing a double again next Thursday. I got to tell you that I'm going to be next week again.
Okay. So next Wednesday, we'll have all the results in our after show right here on Off the Mat, where you can come and see how good my math is next week.
In the shitter, like it always is.
It's
Surprise there.
And we'll see who gets the higher points for Royal Rumble IWC belt.
Like there needs to be like we should have went through and been like, oh, this is where we see these entrances happening and da 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 like we did last year. But oh well.
Yeah.
What we could do is if we do the live stream, watch it live, watch along. When the Royal Rumble comes up, we can say who's gonna be number one. Like we'll just say number one, and we'll just throw it out, like throw out names.
Yeah. Who do we think coming up first? We can do that right now. Who do you think's coming up first? Matt, you thought that maybe it would be Braun Breaker.
I think it's Braun Breaker. Again, Adam Pearce has something up his sleeve for Braun Breaker, so it's going to be Braun Breaker, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be definitely one of the division. I'm going to say it's going to be Logan Paul. Like I said, I think he's going to be one of the longer entrants to stay in the match, and I think he'll come out either one or two.
I'm going to throw you a curveball. Cody Rhodes.
You think Cody Rhodes is going to try and go for 3 wins and go from first to last?
Go for the hat trick. Go for the hat trick.
Yep.
Okay. Right. What about for the women? Who comes out for the first for the women?
Ooh.
Let's go back.
Let me see. Go back to the women again.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And one more.
I just have this weird feeling in my stomach that it's probably going to be Bayley.
No, actually, I think Roxanne Perez. Because remember, she was last. Her and Charlotte ended the Royal Rumble last year. She was in there last. I think you get Roxanne Perez coming out number one.
Or since they like to give us Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch, we'll probably get Maxine number 1 and Becky number 2.
Good. You know,
I was gonna say that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say probably Maxine Dupree. Get her in, get her out, and then no one has to see her again for the rest of the night.
Who do you think is going to have the most eliminations on the men's side?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Men's side.
I think. Well, you know what? Brock Lesnar.
You think Brock?
I think Brock.
I'm going Oba Femi.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go back one more. You know what? I'm gonna go Bronson Reed. I'm gonna go Bronson Reed with the most eliminations.
I think you're gonna get a lot of potential match showdowns in this. You're gonna get Oba Femi, Brock Lesnar staring down. You're gonna get Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker. You're gonna get Oba Femi, Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns,
and Bronson Reed. I think Oba Femi, because they're gonna build up a story. Oba Femi is gonna go against the Vision. I can see him throwing out Braun Breaker, throwing out Bronson Reed. You're throwing out Bronson Reed. That actually, next week Bronson Reed would be pissed off that this new guy could be Oba Femi. He threw me over the thing. So I think. Yeah.
What if Oba Femi just comes out and eliminates all 4 members of the Vision?
That'd be, you know what? You could have the first 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Oba Femi comes out 5,
and just throws everybody out.
Oh, actually, I got a surprise entry that no one talks about. Friggin' Hornswoggle. He comes out. He's going to be actually entry 1.5.
Just
0.5. He's entrance 0.5.
0.5.
Just half.
Not for anything. I got a feeling as much as this pay-per-view isn't been talked about, like, the hype for Royal Rumbles in there, this could possibly turn out to be one of the best Royal Rumbles. You never know. Makes a star out of certain people. You get to see the raw power of Oba Femi. You get to see a couple of NXT guys show up in this thing. Ethan Page. Let me ask you a question. Ethan Page. Who do you think throws out Ethan Page? Americano? El Grande Americano?
No, if he gets called up and he's in the match, I'm gonna probably go with Javon Evans. I think Javon Evans will eliminate him.
Yeah.
I know a guy who could do that, but we didn't even mention his name because he has a name that should not be said because he will appear. Oh,
Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry, yes, Joe Hendry. Yeah, watch his name. Watch my door.
Joe Hendry's going to be in the Royal Rumble. Like,
he's definitely.
Yeah.
I see. This is how I think the end of the Royal Rumble plays out. I think we're going to see Roman Reigns. Your final 3 are going to be Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker, LA Knight. There's going to be something where Roman Reigns and Braun, because I feel like WWE is pushing for Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And there's going to be some kind of conflict between the two of them because it's the match everybody wants to see. At the end where they're going to be fighting and LA Knight's going to eliminate them both. And Braun Breaker is going to blame Roman Reigns for, preventing him from winning the Royal Rumble and vice versa. So those two will fight at WrestleMania.
You know what? It's kind of funny because you see that. Remember when the friggin' Paul Heyman mentioned the only man to beat Roman Reigns so many times? So Roman Reigns is coming back. So there's still something there. And you're right. Probably Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns will be the WrestleMania next year. Or this year. But I actually
because there's an interesting caveat that I believe they went on Get Up this morning, or Triple H was on Get Up this morning, where he announced that there's a new stipulation for Elimination Chamber this year where the winner can choose any champion they want to face. It's not just the WWE Championship, so they can choose any champion they want to face. So
right.
You throw that new caveat in there, and it kind of throws a monkey wrench into everything.
I like that. I actually like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives it a shade of unpredictability, but that's kind of what I just see. Is I think
I don't think a guy wins the elimination chamber wants to fight for the fucking Intercontinental Championship. Or he wants to go for the freaking U.S. Championship. You never know, because a championship you might need to win to be the triple. Like,
could you imagine?
What about Sheamus? Is Sheamus going to be in the Royal Rumble?
No, he's hurt.
His shoulder, yes, his shoulder.
He's still hurt.
Yeah, he's still hurt.
Punk versus LA Knight for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania.
Okay, because remember, him and LA Knight had a back and forth, a couple of times. So yeah.
What about Rusev? What's the deal with Rusev?
He's being kept off TV because creative currently has no plans for him. And so they chose to, rather than just have him lose and be buried, they chose to just keep him off TV till they got creative direction for him.
Would you put him in the Rumble?
Yeah, I'd put everybody in the Rumble. Right now, your roster is so depleted with injury, you kind of have to have all hands on deck. Yeah. If they can be in the Rumble, they've got to go in the Rumble.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, you're not going to put Rusev in the Rumble, right?
Right. Yeah, if you got a healthy guy who can go, you put him in.
What opens the show? Do you think the women's Royal Rumble opens the show and the men's Royal Rumble headlines the show? Or do you think WWE? Do you think Drew McIntyre closes the show with Sami Zayn?
Yeah, listen, really quick. I'm sorry, before you say that, some breaking news. It says by Sports Bash Shane McMahon confirms availability for AEW general manager role. As reports, AEW is set to sign Shane McMahon as the first ever television general manager.
Yeah, they've been talking with Shane McMahon for years because there's those images of Tony Khan and Shane McMahon at the airport.
Yeah. So we might be getting Shane McMahon as general manager of AEW.
Maybe. Possibility. Who knows?
It could happen. Stranger thing.
It could.
Stranger things have definitely happened this year.
That's it. Remember, Stranger Things did happen.
Yeah.
Now, what were you saying?
As far as opening the show, I would probably put I would put a match and then like the women's Rumble and then a match and then I think the men's Rumble is the key feature here.
Do you have the Sami versus McIntyre as the opening?
No, I think one of the Royal Rumbles is going to open. I think the women's opens the show and the men's closes the show. And then I think you're going to have Gunther versus AJ second. Then you have Sami versus Drew third. And
the men's Rumble.
The men's Rumble, yeah. Because you're not going to have both Rumble matches back to back. And you're not going to have like...
No, because you need to have the matches, the two men's matches, because potentially Sami Zayn will be in the Royal Rumble too. If you think about it, putting a double duty, him and Gunther will be in the Royal Rumble.
If Gunther's going to be in the Rumble, he's definitely him and AJ's match is definitely going before, unless they go Gunther AJ to open the show, then the women's Rumble, then you have Sami McIntyre, and then the men's Rumble. You could do that, I guess, unless we get another match thrown in there on SmackDown. Punk versus Balor. I potentially see Finn Balor attacking somebody to take a spot in the Royal Rumble. Like that's what I would have had him do, is attack somebody. Like we already know Ray's hurt, right? He already saw Ray's hurt. So why not, when Ray starts to come out, have Finn attack Ray and take his spot?
That could be, but you wouldn't attack the champion in the CM Punk like that if you didn't want an opportunity, because I know that CM Punk is going to call out the Finn Balor for that. So he's going to definitely that's going to be his match to get into the fight for the championship. So like we'll see. But you know what? The Gunther AJ Styles will open up the match. That makes more sense to open up the Royal Rumble. Have that, then you have the women's Royal Rumble, and then like I said, you have Sami versus McIntyre, and then Sami after that, Sami can show up as maybe number 20 something in the Royal Rumble if he is doing double duty himself.
Well, remember, WWE says that the opener to the show is just as important to them as the closer of the show. So that's why I wouldn't be surprised if they open with one Rumble match and close with another Rumble match.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then you're gonna have in the middle the two matches in the middle, and then the men's
potentially three in the middle.
Three.
Yeah, and then you have the men's Royal Rumble. I think the men's Royal Rumble closes the show.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely close the show.
If they have the Royal Rumble, they have the men's opening up, and they have the women close because it's Saudi Arabia. They fucking the women, the men over there. Their mentality is over there. The men dominate over there, so I can see the women.
That's kind of why I think the women's match will be first.
Yeah, to get it out of the way.
To get it out of the way, and
gonna
be seeing a lot of bodysuits on Saturday, boys.
Yeah. Listen,
a lot of leather.
If I was the women, I would draw like the naked body skin on the bodysuit, just to fuck with them.
like a ravishing Rick Rude.
Just to fuck with them over there. Because come on, man, come on, man, get with modern times, man. Stop being in the freaking goddamn thing.
That's the way they are over there. Nothing you can change.
It's a different culture, Dom.
I know. Yeah. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's Riyadh,
especially for those women. Especially for the women.
Yeah. You know what?
It's Riyadh season.
Yeah, it's Riyadh season.
It's 1920s swimwear season.
And they ruin young men's puberties because of they can't see the women. The women be covered up. Goal.
I saw her ankle.
Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
That's it. That's
it, man. All right, cool.
Our Royal Rumble predictions for this Saturday. We have them locked in. We'll see if Sticks math is a mathin' next week.
Almost as good as Steiner math.
Well, next Wednesday we'll have a show next Wednesday. And then we'll go back to the regular scheduling Thursday after that. Sorry about that. Just overtime money calls. Gotta make some money sometimes.
Absolutely.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I gotta
support
my habit. I gotta support my habit.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for watching our Royal Rumble match prediction episode. If you want more from us, you can catch more from Sticks and Dom Friday night over on our sister channel on the Renovision, friends of the show Renovision, where they have the qualified. Then you can catch Sticks and I Saturday nights for Saturday night special. You can catch Dom Sundays over on Renovision on the Star Wars show. You can also catch Sticks every Tuesday night on his channel for some Doctor Who rewind. You can catch me all week long with all of my videos. I just put out some great comic book related content today, so make sure to check that out if you're on the channel. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you want more professional wrestling goodness, because that's what we're here for. And you can catch us right back here next Wednesday for a brand new episode of Off the Mat. And I hope to see you all stop by Saturday to check out the watch along and hang out with me, Dom, and Sticks as we watch the Royal Rumble and have a good time doing so. And on that note, Dom, take us out with some words of wisdom this week.
All right, listen, due to the snowstorms, snow is in most of the areas got snow, with the exception of Matt in the warm areas. But I'm just saying, it has nothing to do with the snow, but it has something to do with
Mr. Heat over here.
A motivation, motivation to a point. If you're feeling down, you don't want to work out and train because you feel tired, or I don't have time, this and that. Just turn on the montage Rocky IV. When he's in Russia. Turn on that. Watch that video when that montage goes into Hearts on Fire, and you'll have all the friggin' motivation you need to get through that workout and train. because that's one that montage and that song, nothing competes to that. And remember, the snow. Remember, he was in freaking Russia running in snow, doing this shit in Russia. So this snow means nothing. Just get off your ass, watch the montage, and I guarantee you definitely will have all the motivation you need. That's it.
Nothing more motivating than a movie from the 80s, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you. You know, thinking about it,
That's true.
You know, the movie, the 80s, even the movies that you think were like, this is whack, this and that. But something about the 80s movies had a lot of inspirational motivation, Vision Quest, you know, Rocky IV, you know, and the list goes on with the just badass stuff.
80s movies had a lot of underdog story.
Yes.
Or, you know, that coming of age underdog story, whatever, what have you. There was a lot of them, from
16 Candles,
romance to Rocky to, you know, to Star Wars. You know, it was a special time. You know, just, you know, the motivation's there, man. Just, you know, times are different, times change, but remember, you could still do everything you want to do as a person, because nothing should hold you back, no matter what the outcome is. But, I agree.
On that note, great words of wisdom, Dom. Thank you so much. We'll see you all on Saturday for our Royal Rumble watch along. Have a great week, everybody.
In the ring, the lights go down. Roaring crowd, they scream and shout. Chants echo, shaking the ground. Warriors clash, the game is found. Welcome to